muckers. Hope you're all keeping well. Wow, today is the day I've been dreading. Not been looking forward to this because I've never done it before. Basically, as you all know, Flame, one of my new ones, my new Akamatsuba, he's had a loose scale last week. Well, that scale's finally dropped off naturally, but it's left behind like a flappy bit of skin, which I'm a bit concerned about. So I'm gonna sedate him, which I've never done, and I'm gonna get him out and have a proper look at it and put some topical treatment on it. Like I say, I've never done it before, but I've done quite a bit of research this last week, so hopefully, fingers crossed, everything could be all right. So, but hey, right, I'll let you have a look at them, then I'm going to get on with it. Well, there they are. They're all looking good. All looking absolutely sweet as a nut. So there's Flame. I don't know if we can zoom in on it. See if I can get a better angle on him. Shocking camera work. I need him to turn the other way. But yeah, you can see that bit of flapping skin then once he turns around. Alright, there you go, see it there? See it just flapping on the side of him. So the plan today is to get him out and have a look. I may have to snip that off, and then if it's obviously getting bad, if it's getting infected in any way, then I need to snip it off and put a plaster on it, so to speak. So bit of a shame because he's a lovely fish, but hopefully it's not going to be too much of an issue. So, but hey, we'll get there and have a look, shall we? But I'll bring you over here, show you what I'm using. So I've got the NT Labs paramedic kit. It's got everything in there. I'm going to need all the instructions, obviously, but it's got the koi sedate, it's got propolis wound seal, and it's got antibacterial stuff in it as well. So like I said, I've never done it before, but you know, needs must. At the end of the day, we've all got to do it at some point, and obviously I don't want my fish to suffer in any way, so the only way to do it is to do it like this, unfortunately. So, but yeah, I've been doing lots of reading up. That's a cracking book, that is. It's old, but bloody gold, I tell you. Cracking book. And yeah, a lot of YouTube research and internet research. So I'm quite confident that when it comes to the wound itself, it should be easy enough to deal with as long as it's not infected. But obviously, I've never done it before, so I'm a little bit nervous. Got some extra little utensils there, just sterilising, some boiling salt water. So yeah, all right, I'm gonna get set up and crack on with it. I'll catch you in a bit. So basically, in this NT Labs paramedic kit, you get your koi carm, which is obviously your sedate. You get your ulcer swab, which is your antibacterial cleaner, and the propolis wound seal, which is like the plaster basically. You also get some gloves and some cotton buds. So basically, the long and the short of it is, I've got to knock the fish out with a koi carm, and then using out of my photography bag, my trusty blower, to dry the area. I then need to use the ulcer swab to clean the area. If I need to snip off that piece of skin, then obviously I've got my trusty scissors for that. And then I seal it all back up with the propolis wound seal plaster. Dry it off, and then put him back in the net over the air and let him come round. So hopefully it's not going to be too bad, but hey, we'll see. Right, I'll catch you in a bit when I've got him out. So with this, I've got to put 10 drops to every 5 litres of pond water. Well, I've put 10 litres of pond water in there, so I put 20 drops in. Stuff stinks. It smells like clove oil. Still, give that 5 minutes now to sort itself out around the water, and then I'll net flame out. Now I've got him in the net here, and it is the tiniest. It's being held on by the tiniest little thread of skin, as you can see in a minute if he comes round. See, so it is dead skin. It's been what's left behind from the scale. So I'm literally going to snip that. Whoops, hang on, I'm going to focus in on the net. I'm literally going to snip that little skin tag off, treat it, and then put him back. He seems to have another slightly loose scale there, which I'm going to have a look at as well. So while I've got him calm. So right, let's knock him out. Alright, there he is in the bowl. I definitely need to invest in a round bowl. Now I've got a slightly bigger fish. He's too big for that bowl really. And the other one will be as well. That one there will be too big for it as well. So I now need to invest in a bigger bowl because I can't turn around in it. So way up, step there. Really end up as over to it. That's going to take a few minutes to kick in. I've just got to wait for him to roll over. Once he's rolled over, then he should be calm enough and ready. Now he's calm right down now, so it must be working. But while I'm waiting for that, I'm going to wet a towel so I can lay him on it. Keep him damp. See you in a bit. So he's been about 2 minutes. He's starting to sway around now, so he's starting to go over now. So I should let him calm down. Give him a couple more minutes. I'm all prepped up. I think this is the key to anything that you're doing like this, is make sure you've got everything to hand and you're all prepped up, ready to do it. I think that's the key to it. I mean, I have seen a couple of videos where they're just not prepared for it and it just ends up a disaster. So it is definitely the key. Get everything to hand and everything prepped up and ready. Right. Looks like he's gone over, so I'm going to go and get him out now. So that's the treatment done. I snipped off that little bit of skin. There wasn't no blood or anything like that. It was absolutely fine. It was just literally holding on with the smallest of tags. So I snipped that off. Where the scales come out, it looks bloody good, to be fair. Looks like there's a new scale coming through. So I'm quite happy with that. Now I have treated it where I snipped the skin. Snip that little skin tag off. Obviously I treated it and covered it with some propolis. Not the neatest and tidiest of jobs, as you can see, but it's my first time and it's better than leaving it. So happy days. Right, I'm just letting him recover now and I'll get back to you when he's all up and dandy. See you in a bit. So I think I used the exact right amount of koi sedate. He's been in the net here over the air for about 30 seconds and he's already starting to come round. So touch wood. I think he's going to be alright. So that is scary, I must admit. First time doing it, I gotta admit that is scary. When you see them roll over and their gill movement slows to a near stop, you just think, oh my days, what have I done? Yeah, there's quite a bit of movement in him now. He's slowly coming round. So I can't stress enough, if you ever need to do this, obviously read the instructions, read them 3 or 4 times if you need to, because I mean that stuff will kill a fish if you overdo it. You know, obviously, like I say, I think I followed the instructions to the letter, and like I say, less than a minute, and he's coming round lovely. So I'm really happy with that. He's got himself up right now. So I'll leave him in here for a bit longer, let him recover nicely, before I release him. So yeah, quite happy with that. Job well done. Let's just hope, touch wood, that he has no more further problems with it. Like I say, it did look like a new scale had pushed the old one out, but unfortunately it had tore the skin while it was doing that, so I had to get rid of that little bit of skin. It had gone, not funny, but it had gone white, so that tells me that it had to come off before it started getting bad. Oh, the propolis that I've put on is settled down nicely now. It looks like a nice, neat, tidy job now. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Quite happy with that, sealed up nicely. So, right, I'm going to carry on and let him come round to his senses. And then I'll get back to you. Well, there he is. He's down there sulking. He's no worse for wear. He's absolutely fine. He's just got the sulks on now. Obviously, the stress of all that wouldn't have made him very pleased, so to speak. So I'll be keeping an eye on him now for the rest of the day. That's why I wanted to get up early and do this, since I've got all day then to keep an eye on him. But he's upright. He's swimming around properly. So he's just not a very happy bunny at the minute. So, but I do have, as good as that kit from NT Labs is, I do have one complaint about it. The gloves in there, they're no good. Not for men. They are tiny. I mean, I got half my hand in there and they split open like a bleeding baked bean tin. You know? So, if anybody from NT Labs are listening or watching, could do with some man-sized gloves in there. You know? Something a bit better than what is actually in there. But yeah, as it happens, luckily enough, my daughter had some out of her hairdressing dye kit that were sterile and non-powdered, so I managed to grab some off of her. They were big, so happy days. But yeah, other than that, guys, like I say, if you're gonna do this and it's your first time ever doing it, ask people. Research. I mean, I've had some good advice from Vince when we first noticed the scale flapping. He recommended it's best to leave it to naturally fall off, which I've done. And obviously the only thing that was concerning me after that was that little bit of skin tag. Obviously I didn't want that getting infected. I needed to check that it wasn't an open wound, which it wasn't. It just needed to come off. So I'm happy with that now. I can't thank Vince enough for any advice that he's given me on this. That's Vince at Twisted Koi. You should know him. If you don't, then I don't know where on earth you've been, but I'll put a link obviously to anybody that don't know him. Go and check his channel out. He's a right character, but he's a font of knowledge. But other than that, yeah, like I say, make sure that you research. It's scary doing this for the first time. And once you've done your research and you actually go ahead to do it, make sure that you have everything to hand, all prepped up, put out in order of what you're going to need it. Because that koi carp, if you use it right, it doesn't take long for them to come round. As you can see, like, he's swimming normally now with the rest of them, and that is what, 5 minutes since I've not even 5 minutes since I put him in back in the pond. So proper happy with that. But yeah, I know I'm repeating myself, but it's important, like, you know, make sure you've got everything prepped. I did watch a couple of videos where they weren't prepped up, they had nothing to hand, and it all went drastically wrong for them. But obviously I watched more videos where it was all prepped up and set out properly and it went perfect, like today has, to be fair, for me. First time sedating a fish and treating it, topically treating it, and as you can see, worked out absolutely fine. So mega happy with that. I'm going to leave it there for this weekend. little bit of an extra video, I suppose. You know, it's not on my, I'm not going to put this out on my usual weekly one. I'm going to put this out today. So, right, catch you later, muckers, and hope you have a great rest of the weekend. I'm going to fire up the Barbie, and I'm going to have a couple of ciders to go with it. The sun's absolutely glorious. I may even, for the rest of the day, while I'm keeping an eye on flame, start painting the fence panels. Probably not though, once the cider and the burgers come out. That's going to be me for the day. Right, anyway, take care, have a great weekend. I'll see you next week, muckers. Cheers. So, I know I said that was it to the end of the video, but it's not. There was a couple of other YouTubers that I wanted to thank for putting videos about this sort of thing out. So not only Vince at Twisted Koi has helped me out, obviously. I wanted to thank Koi TV. They've done a cracking series of 3 or 4 videos, or 5 or 6 videos on treating wounds and stuff. Andrew Daly, Koi Diaries, and Koi Chronicals. Those were the ones that I watched properly and took notes on, and, you know, put everything together for a successful treatment. So I'm happy with that. It's been about 15 minutes since he's been in the pond, and he's absolutely, you know, you wouldn't even know. He's had some grub, so you just wouldn't even know that he's had anything done. He's coming up for a bit more now, look. So yeah, I'm mega pleased, but I think it went to ease, like I say, or went easily for me, like I say, simply because I had prepared and I had researched. I think that is the most important thing. So, anyway, I'm going to leave it there. This is the end of the video. See you next time, muckers. Cheers.